So again, we're going to start with the Octo 2, and this science equipment, not that I'm going to put it on the top for now just to see it. This is the Magnetometer. Of course, the stock magnet. Look, I love watching that unfold. It is just wonderful. Look how long the freaking thing is. Okay, but it takes just 7 days to do everything. So I'm thinking with this one, it's not quite as dumb as the 90 days of the GravMax. So what I'm thinking with this one is to actually just simply build a single probe and have it do all its thing. Now this, you know, like put it in one environment and then have collect science for 7 days and then just keep moving it. Now this is connected to the radiation belts that come with Kerbalism. So there is a space low global. That's actually impossible around Kerbin because you're always inside the magnetosphere when you're in space low around Kerbin. And then there's space low inner belt, space low outer belt, space low, that's impossible because the entire outer belt's in high space. Magnosphere, space low, so, and then space high, all of those things. So there's a lot of situations that this could put itself into. So what I want to do is build myself a hefty little probe. I'm figuring in around 1200 meters per second should be able to get me to manipulate myself into all of those environments. That's going to be the plan. So let's do this. It's not going to be, and again, I'm going to want to do it quick. Quick. There we go. That one. A KOS probe core. Boot file. There we go. Batteries. I got to think about this. How long? Let's turn this on. It's on, right? Yeah. So right now, electric charge, there's enough for it to last in the dark for 36 minutes. So that's easily getting through a Kerbin night. So again, I'm going to add some just because right now it's only on what's on in the probe core. So I'll do the same thing. I'll add in one of these, but it'll still last for 50 minutes. That'll be easy. Oh, I should also reconfigure this because there's science that is unnecessary. No telemetry report, no thermometer. There we go. Okay, it's only using up 2.3 units of electric charge per second. Again, I think I can cover that with just a whole stack of Ocstats. Big fan of just the surrounding it with Ocstats. That's now generating, oh, let's take it off. 0.495 per second, so that'll easily do that and charge everything up again. What is the rate at which this silly thing transmits? 3.64 kilobytes per second. So if I get to my antennas, 3.64, the Communitron, the Communitron 16 is not quite enough, 2.20 kilobytes per second, and putting on more Communitron 16s doesn't do anything for you. So I guess I'm just going to do the exact same thing and just put on one of these fellas. I'll just stick it, well, one. And again, I'll just stick it here for now. Try and clean this up a little bit. This one's going to be a little bit bigger. What's the mass of this guy? This is 50 kilograms. I remember looking at that before. What is the... And that's 50 kilograms. The boom is 50 kilograms. I don't know if the center of mass... Does the center of mass move around? We can find out. As this extends. I don't know. Let's retract it. I'm watching the center of mass. I don't think it's moving. So I don't think the center of mass moves depending upon whether that's in or out. No. So I don't have to worry about that. That should actually be balanced. Okay, let's just then put in an Oscar B just to give it a little bit of outness. And see, we'll get it a little wider. And put on one of these. And again, why not? Just a good old spark engine on the bottom. Let's see what that does for us. So that is 2564. Yeah, that's kind of in the ballpark of what I'm thinking about. It really is. So what I might just do, I don't know. It's not entirely dumb looking as it is, I think, in my humble opinion. Let's see. We'll put another structural bit. Same thing. Oh, I didn't look at the thrust to weight. 1.58. That's fine. 2400. That should easily do what I want to do. Jeepers, is it going to be quick, or am I going to mess this up again? I think I'm good. I do think I'm good. I might just leave it just the way it is. Go dark. It's official now. Dark is the way to go. Like that. Okay, take that mass off. There's no reason for that to be there. Shouldn't have a little bit of torque, but oh well. The reaction wheels again can handle it. Okay, we'll put this and retract it. The antenna, well, can we all like just pretend that it doesn't glitch through that solar panel? It looks fine when it's extended, and I think it looks fine when it's not extended. It's just the transition that looks funny, but you know what? I'm really inclined just to kind of live with it and get this done. I kind of am. Okay, so this is that. Yeah, I think I have something. So, what kind of mass? Oh, wait, let's put a decoupler on the bottom of this. We'll build a fairing rod. What kind of mass am I at? About 1.3 tons. Whoops, why did I go there? Why? And 1.3 tons. I think I can get away with this again. And this time it's not lying to me, right? I think I can get away with just this single. I think this should work. So here, we're just going to clean up this middle bit. Boop, 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 boop. Get the smaller decoupler. Where is the small... Okay, why am I having trouble finding the decoupler I'm looking for? That's the one. There, and then a fairing again. 1.25 meter fairing. There we go. And we're just going to kind of go around this, like this, straight up. Deeper in a bit. There we go. Clamshell deploy. 4 sides, a little bit of extra force. Take the staging off. 5,758. I'm going to take a look at those. And the game, KSP, the game agrees, the stock agrees with that. So I don't need anywhere near that much. So what I'm going to do is, let me think. What do I need, by the way? 1,200, 36. I know I'm doing math in my head. 48. A little over 5, maybe about 5,200, I think should be good. We'll just put a little bit of fuel in the bottom. I think that should be good. Can I get the thrust I need on the bottom? Sure I can. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's just check our staging. There. This goes on to here. That looks good. Action groups. This should be on action group 5. Action group 0 is going to be to deploy this guy. Toggle the antenna. And why don't we start our experiment too when that happens? Start the magnetometer. That action group 0 happens when we get into space. And I know again I built this fast and whoa. Oh yeah, no. Well, okay, this is going to be the Octo 2-2. Save that. Okay, fine print control is fine. KOS I got in there. Probe has been configured. Science should be good. Power generation should be good. I'm pretty sure I got that all covered. Well, now it's all goofy because of the engines and stuff, but electrical storage should be fine. Antenna strength is fine. Antenna speed is fine. Data storage should be fine because it's going to transmit it as it goes. Propulsion is fine. RCS irrelevant. Lights. I always got to put on the lights. What I'm going to do is turn them. Now, let's do it this way. 4 amber blinky lights. Blink on. Okay, and I think I'll take a couple of these ones. Maybe 3 of them. And I'm going to just see if I can light up just this kind of core bit a bit. So let's look at the pitch this way. If I turn those on, yeah, that's the idea. That's it. Nothing fancy. So lights are taken care of. Delta V. Let's give myself a little bit more fuel now. Doesn't hurt to have more. And of course, that means this is not right anymore. Why am I not scrolling out? There we go. That was weird. Okay, turn up the thrust just a little bit. Okay, upgrades won't be necessary. Will they? Well, that's a good question. How many ignitions do I have on that little bitty spark engine? I have only 17 ignitions. This is going to be doing a lot of maneuvering, so I'm going to upgrade that engine. So the engine quality is higher. And because this guy's going to live inside the radiation belts, I'm also going to upgrade the probe core to high. And that, hopefully, the radiation won't, because it'll be spending time in those radiation belts. Of course, now, in doing that, okay, that's fine. Oh, everything's fine. Okay. Thrust to weights are good. Fairing deploy. Staging. Okay. And again, I'm thinking no reaction wheels. Yep, I see Micro saying reaction wheels, but there are reaction wheels right there inside the probe. And as well, there are reaction wheels right inside here in the booster too. There's 2 sets of reaction wheels. Okay, so I'm going to save this. I noticed it was nighttime. So what I'm just going to do is warp to sunrise so that we're not launching in the dark. And we're going to come back to... Actually, we can do it from here. Go to here, and we're going to find the Octo 2-2. There you are. And we're going to launch. Okay, so we're going to start off by putting this into a 100-kilometer orbit. The idea here, I'll just sort of point out. So this is our lower radiation belt. And if I put it in about a 100-kilometer orbit, we're going to be in the lower belt, but we will still be, if I take that off, oh, it's not cooperative. There we go. And put that on. We'll still be inside the magnetosphere. So that will be magnetosphere low space. And then we'll put it into the first belt here. And I'm pretty sure I can keep it in this belt, but under 250. So keep it in low space, so that'll be low space in the belt, and then it'll be high space in this belt, and then we move our way outwards. We get rid of that belt, we go to the next belt, and we're just going to move our way outwards. 7 days in each one. I don't know. Maybe I'll launch another one if this starts taking too long, but that's the idea. So run, launch, 0, 100, and N. There. And we are off. Rob Wood says, testing is for those that don't trust themselves, but I have very, very good reason not to trust myself. Given the one probe that's at the bottom of the ocean and the other one that's splattered across a beach. But hopefully this one will go fine. You know what's funny is I don't do the testing to save time, but I clearly spent more time with those false launches than I would have if I just tested the thing. Why am I getting a little alarm clock here? Solar storm in progress. Sweet. Sweet. If we can get that thing going, I don't know. Do I have to be outside of the magnetic fields? I might need to be outside the magnetosphere to collect anything on the solar storm. So this might not be any good for me right yet. And by the way, I have all this science to collect around the moon, the same science that you see here. And Minmus, I've already collected. There's a ton of science for me to collect around Minmus. So in the future, we'll send some of these that way, those ways as well. So still lots and lots of science to collect. And I've only landed in 3 biomes on the moon and 3 biomes on Minmus, I think. Definitely 3 on Minmus. I've honestly forgotten exactly what I've done around the moon. It's been so long. So, but the idea is more and more science needs to come in. What am I at for science right now? 111. That's not, I need 160 to knock the next node. Okay, once again, nerfing the thrust. Oh, there's a B? I was using, Taborn's talking about bringing up the belt. So I always use the numpad for switching, turning those belts, Kerbalism belts on and off. But he's saying if I press B, that brings up a menu? I'll have to check that out once this thing is inserted. Okay, it has locked itself to the prograde vector. And again, it's going to be a race. Will this fairing deploy or will this booster go dry? I'm pretty sure, yeah, definitely the fairing will deploy first. There we go. And what I said? Oh, I think I said 100 kilometers from my target apoapsis. Oh, we're going to lose this first. There we are, into that little dude. And this guy's going to do all the rest of the work. What are we at here? Almost at 90 kilometers on the apoapsis. Gotten a lot of work out of the little spark engine today. Nothing like these little probes. Almost in space, and once we get into space, we should be seeing stuff deploying. There we go. Nicey nice. Oh, spinning around. And there we are. We are collecting a magnetometer report. I can say words. And what it is, so it says Kerbin Space Low Solar Storm. Nice. So the solar storm is going to last for another 37 minutes. So we're getting some solar storm science. I'm very happy with that. Okay, let's get to the circularization. So this is a 312 meter per second burn. There's 2,055 meters per second, so there'll still be over 1,700 meters per second left in this little probe. That will allow me to get all kinds of orbits around Kerbin in the future. I might end up getting bored and launching another one. I'm thinking the 1,700 meters per second as well. I could easily put this thing in orbit around the moon. I could easily put this thing in orbit around Minmus. So maybe what I'll do is just launch some 2 more of these things, just clones of this one, and put them around the moon and Minmus, but that's going to have to be for the future. Right now, this is just finishing off its insertion in a 100-kilometer orbit. There we go. Lock that onto the normal vector. Now, I was told B is a menu that comes up. Oh, look at that. Oh, that brings up, okay. Oh, look at that. So if I press B, okay, that gives me body info about Kerbin. I'm assuming that would work on other kinds of crafts as well. And you got showing the various different magnetic belts. Nice, and even what the radiation levels is in each of them. It's that inner belt that's that killer. Look at that, 10.391 rads per hour. But anyway, right now this thing is going to happily collect our solar storm radiation down here in near space. And once the solar storm is done, it will begin collecting radiation for the inner belt. And then once that's done, we'll start making its way outwards into the other. Actually, it's not in the inner belt yet. It's underneath the inner belt, but it'll be another thing as well. And then we'll make our way outwards, collecting radiation at the various different belts that are involved.